question. Steve, what is the best practice that leads to self-realization? Hmm. What is the best practice? The best practice is the one that's been spoken of for thousands of years by various prophets, various teachers. And unfortunately, it's a widely misunderstood way where the mind of the individual can get caught up in and distort the way. So the way is awareness. That is the way. The way is awareness. But the ego finds that very boring. Uh, uh, so it takes a long time. Yeah, so I can say now, awareness is the way, and then it may take a year, 5 years, 10 years to realize that yes, you can agree with that. But before you agree with that, you've got to dress it up. You've got to dress it up in some other way. So what's one way we can dress up remaining as awareness? Well, we can dress that up in as meditation, as a method of meditation. And that can take you away from remaining as awareness. That can take you into an identity, into a practitioner of something, a doing of something with an objective to achieve. You know, uh, that's not remaining as awareness. That pollutes. Uh, yeah, that it pollutes it. There are many ways to cover up remaining as awareness because the very thing itself is the mind. The mind becomes the thing itself. It becomes an idea of what that means. So you'll hear me say, remain as awareness, and what that means to you is you remain as awareness, but there's no you remain as awareness. It's just awareness. Again, it's very, very difficult. It's very tricky, isn't it? Remain as awareness. But you're the one asking the question. So again, in answer to your question is go beyond the question, go or remain at the root of the question, which is awareness itself. But, I can't satisfy your questioning mind. I cannot satisfy your seeking, but I can point your seeking to the root of where seeking comes from, and it comes from this pure awareness. So there's nothing for you to do but to remain as awareness. And then once you get that, once it realizes itself, because it's through realization, it's not through practice. And even through practice, people wake up after years of practice, and even then it's an accident, you know. You can't do to wake up, but it can, it can speed up the process, I guess. But when awakening actually happens, it's an accident. It's a realization that happens. So remain as awareness, and that means distinguish your awareness from the thought that arises in it. That's it. And you can only do that as awareness. If you do that as the mind, it becomes an intellectual pursuit. You'll start saying things like, awareness is undifferentiated, indivisible, and at the root of all objects that appear. And you can sound really good, but the mind can get into it and you can become intellectual and really, classical in your understanding of stuff. But learning to distinguish awareness from the object that appears is remain as awareness. And that awareness itself is an unknowing. It's an unknowing, right? The cloud of unknowing. And you just learn to distinguish or discriminate from awareness, an object, and the witness. And then you can remain as the witness. And that's the direct way. That is the direct way for awareness then to fall into itself, to collapse its identity with body identity, to collapse body identity, and for awareness to return to its true abode, which is uh, consciousness. It's not the body. So, yeah, remain as aware.